Back to the channel. We're gonna wait a little bit for some folks to get in here before I go over what we're talking about. And I've got like a bunch of. Whoa now. Where you going? House. There's like I got bags of these. And I'm going to show you what I've learned. I'll tell you what. It's been quite a bit. I've learned a lot of stuff throwing these baits over the past month or so. They're an interesting category, that's for sure. It's taken the fishing industry by storm. I've got like so many sizes. I've got the big size. Dude, I'm tearing right now, man. Hey, bro. I've got like I'm telling you, these bad boys right here, even the Chinese knockoffs that I'm going to put in the description, they're good, man. But I appreciate you using that comment because the Urchin Baits are like, I don't know why that is right there, but it is. Just saying. Sorry, man, you got me all discombobulated. But anyway, since they've been taking the fishing thing by storm, it's been crazy. You can't get them. All the name brands are sold out except for like this really, really small ones. They're all pink and stuff. But I promise you, the ones on Amazon, the ones that I'm using, the Chinese knockoffs, they work. I promise you, they work. I've probably spent close to $100 on Urchin Baits in the past week or so. This is the biggest one that they offer. This is a big size, but when you buy this one, it comes in a variety pack. You get like multiple colors. And I haven't done it right now, but when I get done with this video, with this live, I'll put the link for all this stuff that I'm going to talk about in the description. So if you want to get it, you can. And that's the best way to help out the channel. If you want to help me out, help my channel out, use those links. Get you some Urchin Baits. These things work, man. And the links I'm going to give you, they're not sold out. There's plenty of them there. So you can get, I don't know, there's no limit. It doesn't say you can only buy 2. I went to Bass Pro 2 days ago, and one was for $14.99. I know. So I'm trying to tell you, dude, you can get 5 of these in different colors, and they're $15. They work. I promise you. But we're going to go into rigging, all that other good stuff later on. But right now, we're talking about like, this is one color. That's another color. That's another color you get. If you get the variety pack, you get the bigger ones. This is another color. This is like a purple, iridescent purple, black flake. And then, where's the other one? Yeah, green pumpkin. You get a green pumpkin one. If you buy the variety pack, which is, holy shit. This whole bundle is $15. There's 5 of them in here. I'll leave the link in the description for this bundle right here. You get all these for $15.99. Okay? Oh my gosh. But anyway, I bought like a couple of them. And did I just have a hook in my hand? Holy shit, I did have a hook in my hand. One of them has a hook in it. Yeah, we're going to go over rigging, I promise you. Hey, the Amazon ones are good and they are cheap and they are good. That's one that I bought, and I'm going to go. This is another one. It's Sea Sky Fishing. This is a bag of 20. I can't remember how much they were, but I'll leave the link in the description for them. They're the smaller ones, they're not like, they're the next size down. They're like the 4.3s. These are like a smoke red lake kind of one. But I got a pack of 20. Yeah. Here's another one. They're smaller. They're also smoked with red lake. Pack of 20. I don't know how many is in here, but it looks like a lot. But it looks like lo mein noodles. We'll get one out of here if you want to. And I'm telling you right now, we're gonna go into rigging and stuff like that. But they're really, really small ones. They're not really big. But I promise you, these small ones are. How much are they for the mini? Which one are you talking about? But the bigger ones or the smaller ones? All right, dude. Whether you're I'm gonna leave everything that I am talking about right now in the description from Amazon. Uh, I think these are $15 as well for like 20 or. Yeah, I think they're like $20. If you give me a second, if you wait till the end of this video, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description, and I'll link everything I have down there. There's another one. It's the smoke red flake. There's nothing crazy about that. They're just a little bit bigger. And I want to go into these right here because these right here are so important. These are the small guys. I promise you. I cannot wait until next time I go fishing. These are black and blue. They are little bitty tiny boys, and they look good in the water. They look really good. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I got one right here. This is a deadhead. I've got it on a Ned head. And this is the EWG. And what I did was, I'll pull it down here for you. Ow, motherfucker. As you can see, they are very, very durable. But anyway, I can't get it all down, but it's an EWG Ned head. That thing gets bit. I promise you. This motherfucker is like candy to bass. You throw it around anywhere there's like small bass, they'll bite that. What you do is you thread it on here. And what you have to do is pull it up on. There's like a keeper right there. Pull it up on that keeper. And that way right there. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all this right now that when I tested all these out, I was so hyped. I was so hyped about testing these out. I totally forgot my camera, my GoPro, and I didn't get any of these on camera. The smaller ones. I've caught fish on the bigger ones. I'm not actually having any fish on the bigger one, on the smaller ones yet. This one right here, I actually caught a fish on. Y'all seen that? It was at Lake Jericho. This is a jig head. It's just a jig head, and it just has a green pumpkin one on there, and that's it. That's all it's there. It looks really good. Okay, yeah. Now back to these little bitty ones. My favorite rigging system for these ones. We're gonna go from smallest to biggest. We're gonna go into rigging now. So this is where we're at. These smaller ones, I think this is my favorite so far. Just a small treble hook in the middle of the body, through the bottom, where the barb of that one point is outside. and that is, and I have a 16th ounce weight right here. Preferably, if you got some of these feathered trebles, that would be preferred. Just saying. Because it would look like a real spider. You know what I mean? It would look just like a real spider. We're going to go, and we're going into frog hooks. I don't particularly care for frog hooks, but this is what I have on a frog hook. I don't like that. I ain't gonna lie, because the hooks are behind the ball. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, the bigger one. Let's say you have one of these bigger ones and you have a frog hook on it. The frog hooks are here. By the time the fish snaps this, clamps down the bait, the hooks are here. When it comes out, the mouth is going to open and the hooks are going to miss. So that's why I don't think that the way people are rigging it right now is the best way to rig it. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to rig it. Hold on a second. I've got everything I need. I'm going to show you exactly how I rig it. Where I feel that you get the best hookup ratio without adding a bunch of stuff to it to deter a strike. So the more things you add to it, the less strikes you're going to get. So the more natural you make this, the better off you're going to be. So we're going to use this one as an example. These are hooks that I found on Amazon as well because I wanted it to be weedless. And that's just where we're at with it. I want it to be as weedless as possible. Today, I actually pulled this thing through grass and it didn't get hung up. You're gonna need 2 weedless hooks. Okay. It's got the little thing on them. And you're gonna need 1 of these. This is gonna throw you for a loop. Like, I never seen no pro do this shit, but I promise you. Snap. 1 snap. These are number 2s. They're 50-pound snaps. They are money. I've caught, I can't even tell you how many fish on these things, but the number 2 snap, and I'll leave the link in the description for that too, if you're wanting to get it. So here we go. This is the way that I've decided to rig this, because I've lost so many fish. I've probably lost 12 fish, maybe 15, due to terrible rigging. I've got the straight shank right straight through it, sticking out the side. It's not very good. I don't know if it's like because I'm not setting the hook work properly or what, but I've tried the frog hook. I don't care for the frog hook that much. I've given this a lot of thought. And we're going to go into it right now after I take a drink of a beer. Hey, cheers. Okay. What the F, dude? Okay. The way that I rigged this is these are 3/0 weedless worm hooks from Amazon. They're J hooks, and they're pretty sturdy. I'm not gonna lie. They're really, really sturdy. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a good spot. Like, you want a bald spot where there's no tentacles Like right there looks pretty good because you got like a bald spot right there in the middle. Because you want the hooks to come out where there's no tentacles. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 3/0 hook. We're not going to go deep into it. We're gonna go barely into it. Okay. We're gonna go about 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. See what I mean? Like that right there. Okay. What you're gonna do is you're gonna push the hook about right there. Right there at the J bend. Okay. Then we're gonna take our other one, your other hook. And you're gonna put it in the same hole. You're gonna try to put it in the same hole as you can, possibly as you can, with the other one. But you're gonna come out at the same angle. It doesn't have to be exact, but it has to be pretty close. Just like that. Ow. Fucking bastard. Okay. See what I mean? Got 2 hooks. Just hold on. Hold on. We've got we're gonna put something on these. We're gonna put I can grab it. Holy shit, dude. We're gonna put this snap on here. I promise y'all, this is the best way that I've come up with. I've given this a lot of thought. We're gonna put it through both of them. That's through both of them. Both hooks. And we're gonna snap it. Okay, now what we're gonna do is pull them down. Gonna push them down. Make sure that, there you go. Just like that. That way, when that bass grabs it, and she pull it out like that. Okay. So no matter how that bass grabs it, it's gonna get hooked. See what I mean? Grabs a hold of it, it's gonna get hooked. That's how I'm gonna rig it. You know, everybody does it differently. I felt that this is the best way to do it, so that's the way I'm gonna do it. And I'll tell you what, I caught fish today on this, and I seen the fish come out of the grass and grab a hold of it, and it didn't get, you know, I caught it. So I think it works. Brought it right through the grass. See how it's got those grass guards right there? You can bring it right through whatever. That's the way I'm gonna rig it. But anyway, that's yeah. Now, there's another way that I like to rig it, and I'm going to show you. I mean, it's on a jig head. This is a football jig. There's a small one on the bait keeper or the skirt keeper, and there's another small one on the trailer keeper. I promise you, you have heard it here first. This is going to be money in the wintertime. Money in the wintertime. These football jigs are going to be. I don't even care for football jigs that much, but I promise you, these are going to be really, really good because they're going to scoot along, and they're going to just flicker. You know what I mean? I mean, they could be good now in summertime. I think this is the green pumpkin, black and blue I have on here. I have not caught anything on this yet, but I will, I'm sure. But this one right here, I have. It's just standard green pumpkin on a jig head minnow. Jig head minnow. On a jig head, one that stands up like that. But yeah, that's pretty much the rigging is. I'm trying now. This I don't think this is going to be beat. I don't think anybody can beat that. It's weedless. It has two hooks because when the fish grabs it, there's no way. There's no way a hook can't get it. There's no way. Whether it's that way, that way, that way, it doesn't matter. And all this stuff's hidden. Like, all this stuff is hidden by these tentacles that distract the bass. And I'm of the opinion, and I said this shit like a long ass time ago, before Brandon Palaniuk said this, that if you throw one of these next to a tree or in a brush pile, and you don't catch a fish, there's not one there. I said that to myself before I heard that, before that podcast ever even come out. So I'm just telling you that we're all on the same page here. These urchin baits are really, really powerful. And I'm of the opinion that if you throw it next to something and it doesn't get bit, there's nothing there. I'm just saying. You can cover a lot of water. And, it's kind of one of them deals where it makes you consider, you're like, wow, these things are pretty powerful. It's almost like forward facing sonar, but just different. But it's like, it's up here instead of on the screen. But anyway, like I said, I'm really, really excited about these little bitty ones more than anything on these little bitty trebles like that. Those 16th ounce weight. I have, I'm gonna be throwing this on a really, really light rod, spinning rod, and this thing is gonna get crushed. I have not thrown it like this just yet, but I will tell you the story that I may have already said it, but I was messing around yesterday. No, Friday. Saturday. Sorry, Saturday. My daughter wanted to go fishing, so I was like, let's go fishing. I had one of these on her. It was a single hook, though. Gold single hook. Just like, cheap ass bluegill hook. It had a snell knot on it. So I pulled it up to the snell. The hook was hanging about right here. I threw it next to, I was trying to get the knot out of it. I threw it next to this dock, and a 3-pounder came up and grabbed it. And I'm sitting there fighting this 3-pounder, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm not going to be able to get this in. Because I've got like a little bitty rod. It's like 5 foot long. It's not really big at all. Little spinning rod. And it finally popped off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they are here. So, yeah. I went up there today, and I didn't catch anything. It's kind of disappointing. I kind of played the wind a little bit differently. I was hoping they would be there. The wind kind of switched on Saturday night, coming into Sunday. I was hoping if they would be coming in. I think it was a little bit too early. But if you're gonna go to the marina I'm right now, tonight, right now, and tomorrow is gonna be a good time because they will be there. But yeah. Like I said, I didn't catch anything today except for one fish, and I was at Beckley on that this color and that rig and everything. You can see those two hooks sticking out there. So if you're wanting to see how I rigged that, please rewatch this. The hooks are here. I know you can't see it, and that's the whole point of it. I want the bass to now see it too as well. So I bought some of these, and they don't really work. They don't look as good as I thought they was going to. These were shrimp hooks. They if I get them open, that'd be awesome. They got little bitty keepers on them. They're facing the wrong way for what I was going to, and I don't know why. I don't know why I decided to buy these, but I did. So they got these little keepers on them. Can you see that? Those little keepers? When you're putting the bait on, you got to put it this way. If they were facing that way, it'd be different. You know what I mean? So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these. I thought about just like putting it up my line, tying on a urchin bait and having it like sitting there to where it's on top. But like I said earlier, the more stuff you put on it, the less bite you're gonna get. And these things get bit, man. People overcomplicate these things, and I feel like I'm doing that same thing too sometimes. Which is why I come up with this. The two out the side here. There's a hook here and a hook here. They flex. You know, fish sucks it in. They flex, and my only thing is whenever a bass bites this, I've missed so many fish, and I think I figured out why I've missed so many fish is because this thing is round, and when it comes out of a bass's mouth, if you have a frog hook or whatever, and it's like back here, it might miss. You know what I mean? If you got these hooks out wide like that, you're probably not going to miss them. I mean, you could put a big old treble hook in there, but it's just, I mean, okay. I forgot about this. When you put these hooks in here, this does not sink. It does not make it sink. You have to put I can't remember the 5th ounce. I put a Z-Man like weight right here. Stick it in there. It makes it. This is what it does. It goes. That's how you want it to sink. And it sinks really, really slowly. The first fish that I ever had contact with on these baits was I think it was this color. Yeah, it was this color. Can't get it. These red ones. No, hold on. There's one of those. Let's just use it. It was the same size anyway. Um, it was going, and it was falling, and there was a bass following it, and I watched it go down, and the bass's mouth opens, and it ate it. I jerked, and it did not. It did not get hooked. It was hooked for like a. I don't even think it wasn't even hooked. It was just like in its mouth for like 4 or 5 seconds. That was it. It was a big one too. It was probably a 4 pounder, and yeah, that was the first react. That was the first fish that I had that actually reacted to my bait. One of these baits. The crazy part is that lake that I was fishing at, them big ones are in there. They're just really really hard to catch. So the fact that it followed it and I stopped it and it's went back down and the fish ate it right in front of me, like it literally was right there. That says volumes. These things work, man. They're I know they're Chinese knockoffs. They're not quickies. They're not amoebas. They're not abstracts. They're not all these name brand stuff. But I promise you, they work, man. And if you want to get some of them, I'll have a link for everything down in the description. I promise you. When this is over, which is actually going to be pretty soon. What time is it? Yeah. 7:45. So we're going to get off here pretty soon. But I promise you, though, these right here, these little black ones, the black and white ones, I cannot wait to get that ultralight rod out and put put a 16th-ounce weight on there, peg it down, and just work that around these banks and stuff. It just they look so good. They look just like a spider. They look just like a spider. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. This is going to be a really, really fun journey. Whether y'all know it or not. And I promise you that these baits aren't going anywhere. If you want to help me out, help the channel out, the link is going to be in the description for all these baits. Thank you everybody for watching. I like I said, I only caught one fish today, so it doesn't justify putting up one fish. But anyway, I'll see you on the water. Thank you for watching.